Awesome. Love how we're all here. Jaden, I see you're scratching your head. Perfect. I see everyone's tracking, looking really good. There's one person that is labeled iPhone. Please message the group with your name and turn on your camera so we can see you. Same with Sebastian. Please turn on your camera so we can see you. Awesome. Okay, let's get started. So, I'm going to tell you the project that we're going to do, and I am really, really stoked about this project. What we're doing is we're going to be doing patent drawings, and we're going to be creating our own invention, and then doing creating a patent sketch for that invention, meaning that like we're going to get a patent on our own invention, which I'm really excited to do. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to share PowerPoint. I love how Ayana's tracking the video, same with Zoe, same with Katie, still tracking. I know that I'm still picking up, and Katie says that she can't hear anyone. So Katie, if you, okay. Let's see. Okay. So let's see. If not, unfortunately, you're just going to have to put in your best that you can. Because my idea is no problem from your end, and my idea is something that I have to do. Okay, let me share my screen with you. So what I'm going to share with you is my PowerPoint. Da, 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 da. Give me a thumbs up if you can see this PowerPoint. Awesome, thanks Ayana, thanks Mohammed. Perfect, you can see my PowerPoint. Awesome. All right, now, let's get started. So we're going to talk about a patent drawing and what a patent is exactly and what we can do for it. What our artist's role is in a patent. We're going to watch this video. I'm going to hopefully be able to share my computer sound. I just hit that part. And I'm going to do that. And okay, here we go. Raise a thumb up if you can hear my video when it gets started.
So you're a dreamer. Ideas come to you naturally, and you're wondering how to protect them. Well, first things first. You can't protect ideas themselves. You can only protect expressions of an idea. So, to receive copyright protection, your original idea would have to be in a fixed form, such as a book, photograph, or recorded song. The good news is that once you create an original work, you own the copyright. However, to better protect your work and prevent others from stealing it, you want to officially register it with the federal government. Trademarks, on the other hand, have more to do with business than creativity. The idea behind a trademark is to prevent confusion between the goods and services of one brand to those of another. Just by selling your products or services, you do have some rights. However, officially registering a business name, brand name, logo, or slogan with the federal government gives you additional rights, including nationwide protection of your mark. A registered trademark can also help you stop others from selling goods and services with similar trademarks. Patents are all about innovation. A utility patent protects the way something works.
That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be drawing a patent, which is basically saying how your invention works and labeling it in little parts and drafting what your invention looks like. We're going to listen to the video some more to hear about what the ins and outs of a patent is.
Well, a design patent protects the way something looks. In order to get a U.S. patent, you have to be the first one to apply for it. Being the first one to invent it doesn't count. But if you aren't quite ready, don't worry. Filing a provisional application saves your place of mind for up to 1 year and gives you the right to label your invention patent pending. When you're ready to register your copyright or trademark or file a patent, that's where legal system comes in.
All right. Awesome. So from that video, who can tell me what a patent is? A basic kind of definition. What do you think a patent is? Let's see. I'm going to call in someone I haven't heard from. Ooh, I love how Paul's raising his hand virtually. Go ahead, Paul. What's a patent?
A patent.
Fill out
A patent is a type of how something looks and how you need to register it with the government to be able to claim it as that thing.
Exactly. It's how you legally claim your invention and how something looks specifically. Paul, do you still have a question? Okay. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
How are we supposed to give it to the government?
Mohammed, you need to stay at
scholars.
your station, please.
How are we supposed to give it to the government as scholars?
So as a scholar, as an individual, you're not going, you can't, I believe you have to be 18 in order to admit a patent. So I'm going to show you what a drafting patent looks like.
For our art thing.
For an art thing, we're going to talk about it. I'll show you what it's going to look like. We're basically going to copy what a patent looks like for your own invention, but you cannot admit a patent until you're 18, and you actually need a lawyer to be able to do that. And I'll explain that in 2 seconds. Mohammed, question?
So, if we make an invention right now, can we use that patent when we're older?
Absolutely, you can definitely use it as long as it's not invented. If not invented before you turn 18. Alrighty, awesome. Okay, now let's see. Okay. Hold on, let me read the chat very quickly. Okay, Mia, thank you for letting me know. Okay, cool, awesome. So patents are created by scientists, they're created by artists, and they're created by lawyers. All three of these people work together to create a patent. The scientist usually comes up with how the invention is going to work, the cogs and the nitty-gritty of like what makes the invention an invention. Zoe, I need to be able to see you in order for you to participate. I love how Eche is giving me a silent thumbs up virtually. Thank you so much, Eche. All right. Thanks, CJ. Now, artists are the ones who create the draft. The draft is what the invention looks like. So the artist makes sure that every single part of the invention is drawn out and labeled clearly so that people understand that they cannot copy these specific parts. The lawyer is the person who brings this patent to the US government and appeals for the patent to become a registered patent so that no one can steal your idea or your trademark. Nasir and Sebastian, I need your cameras on so that I can see you. Yes, Katie, you can go to the bathroom quickly. Next time we have specials, you need to go before you come. All right, awesome. Now, these are what some patent drafts look like. And when we're looking at these patent drafts, I want you to think, how is a patent drawing different than other drawings that we've done in the past? I love how Trinity is really tracking the video, doing an excellent job. Thank you, Sebastian, for turning on your video. Great job. Okay. A Lego patent. So this is the patent of Lego bricks. What it looks like is it has a drawing of what a Lego brick is, and then it has some labels. It was actually patented, the Lego was patented in 1961, which is kind of crazy. And it was patented in the US by a man named Godfred Crick, I think, Christiansen, sorry, excuse me. Okay, awesome. And so this is an example of what it looks like. Here's another example of a patent. The Slinky was actually patented in 1943, and this is a drawing of what it looks like and actually how it works. So they kind of did two drawings in one with their patent to kind of show why the Slinky is something fun and interesting. Eche, again, raise your hand if you have a question that's not about technology in the chat. Technology is only for the chat. So Eche, go ahead. What is your question? Hold on, wait, I didn't unmute you. 1 second. Go ahead, Eche.
My question is, what is a patent again?
Sure. Who can tell us what a patent is again? Jaden, go ahead.
A patent, actually, a patent is like something. It's like something that shows that you own something that's like an invention, and you have to like give it to the government so that it's like your invention.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a drawing and a legal statement that you own the invention that you created. Paul, question?
I wanted to also add on.
Go ahead.
Also a
Just make sure your
patent
hand is away from the screen.
a patent is made by a scientist, a artist, and a lawyer. The scientist comes up with the idea. The artist draws it out, and the lawyer gives it to the court.
Yeah, exactly. Very good. Excellent. And Samuel, turn on your video so that I can see you, please. Love how we're tracking and paying attention. Thank you, Paul. Awesome. This is actually another patent for something as simple as a hat. You can patent something as simple as a wheel, a hat, a shoe. Your patent can be a toy. It can be an invention that helps people. It can be any of those things. So when we're thinking about what we want to invent, do we want to invent a patent for a shoe or article of clothing? Do we want to invent a patent for a for anything like that? Do we want to make a patent for something that helps someone else? These are things that I want you to think about. Thank you, Samuel, for putting your video back on. These are things that we want to think about. Now we're going to do a brainstorm together, and bear with me. Let's see if we can do this together. What we want to do is we want to do a brainstorm together on this link. So I'm going to see if I can send you all this link, and then we can use this link to talk about our brainstorming activity. All right.
Mohammed, track the screen.
Thank you, Ms. Ross. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this link in the chat. And I'm going to have everyone join this link. Click on it and see if you can join the link. What you can do in your brainstorming activity is you can add a comment saying what you want, what your invention does, how it works, and what parts does it need to have. So maybe I want, my invention is an example of let's say I wanted to make a paper, electronic paper. I would type it in and then hit my check mark, and it would upload, and I can move my paper. So let's see if we can do that together. All right. Give me a thumbs up, scholars, if you were able to click on the link in the chat. Samuel, it says you have to sign up. Okay. So I guess it says that we have to sign up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a brainstorming together. Thank you, Jaden, for signing up. If you wanna sign up, you're totally welcome. It is free, and then maybe we can use this next class. But from now on, what I want everyone to do is you can sign up at a later date, come back, and we're gonna brainstorm together in class. All right, thank you for everyone coming back. Seeing everyone. All right, Finley's ready. Awesome. What do you want to invent? And what do you want to have? What is it going to do? And what parts is it going to have? Who can share with me? Who has an idea? Raise your hand. Malika, go ahead.
My idea is like for shoes, if you want it to hold still, it's like a little pin that can make it stay still with decorative things on it.
Ooh. I love that idea. Nice job. Anyone else have a patent idea they want to share? Zion, go ahead.
A time machine.
A time machine. Amazing. What parts would a time machine have?
Oh, they will have many buttons to
Absolutely.
activate it, a lever, some batteries, a seat, and a door.
Like a piece of
And the
perfect.
outline would be a giant cube.
I love that. Nice job. Anyone else have any ideas about what they want to do? CJ, go ahead.
My idea would be to create something to bring back life and reanimate them.
Ooh, wait. Oh, sorry, CJ. I muted you a little too quickly. Say it again.
My invention is able to bring back people who are dead and reanimate them, and is able to create anything that we thought was imaginary.
I love that idea. That's so cool. Mohammed?
I was gonna sign up right now. What I would have
I
written was
appreciate that.
a shoe tying machine.
Oh my gosh, amazing. That would help kindergarten so much. Their shoes are always untied. It's the worst. All right, anyone else? Stephanie, go ahead.
An electronic ring where you could type and you could use holograms to send messages and watch YouTube.
Oh my gosh, I love that idea. Awesome, you guys are so creative. It's amazing. All right, now I'm gonna show you how we're gonna get started for today. So today is the brainstorm. Next class, we actually starting to draft our pattern. So how we're gonna brainstorm is I'm gonna show you my desk and how I'm going to start brainstorming. For this part, you're going to need a pencil and a pen, or like a pencil or even writing device and a piece of paper. I love Stephanie and Tia showing me that they have a pen and paper. Thank you, Mia. Thank you, Paula. Fourth grade, doing great. Yes, Dionisia, I love how your pen is actually looking good. Okay. Do you want to sit in medicine? Is that what you put in the chat? Okay, that's cool. Make sure that you're using the chat only for technology, okay? All right, cool. Here we go. Okay, so everyone has a paper and pen out. Nice job. First thing I want you to do is I want you to watch how I organize my paper for my brainstorm. Why do you think it's going to be important to organize your paper in the best way that you can? Why would that be important, to organize your paper and your thoughts? Who can tell me? Let's see. Zoe, why is it important?
Why is it important to organize your space?
Yeah, like organize your paper and your brainstorm. Why is that important?
It's important because if you don't organize your space, everything will get messed up, and then you might lose your drawings, and then it's a mess. Then you won't earn your money, and then you'll be living on the street.
That's a very dramatic end-all be-all situation, but yes. Okay, awesome. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to organize our space for a brainstorm. Trinity, question? Go ahead. Samuel, I still cannot see your video.
You keep on breaking up.
I know, it's not, it's something I can't control right now. I'm sorry, we're just gonna have to go with the flow. I've seen your messages in the chats. Elvis, I need to see your face a little bit more than I am right now. Thank you. All right, awesome. So now this is how we're gonna start to organize our paper. What we're gonna do is you're gonna come up with maybe a block that's going to say idea. Oops, sorry Trinity, I need to mute you again. Okay, you wanna come up with another block that says parts. And then you can come up with a big square. That is sketch. So go ahead and organize your paper right now. Now, again, it doesn't have to be a square. It can be a circle. It can be a rectangle. Up to you as the artist, how you want to organize your thoughts. But go ahead and organize your paper with those 3 things, because that's how we're going to get started today. Our idea, the parts of our invention, and the final sketch. Thanks, Kate, for that nice thumbs up. Alrighty, awesome. I love how I see Stephanie tracking the video and working at the same time. Nasir, Chris, no, just kidding, Chris. Nasir, I need to see your video, please. If this continues, I'm going to contact home. All right, awesome. Paul, I love the organization and you're showing me. Good job. Okay, so now that we have our organizing thoughts, I love how Poto's using a ruler. He's making his really exact. Good job, Poto. Okay, now that we have that, go ahead and put your idea in the idea box. This is the really important thing. Like, what's the purpose of your invention? My purpose of my invention is going to be that drawings are going to come to life. That's the purpose of my invention. That's what I want to happen. The parts that it's going to have is it's going to have an import where I have to import my drawing. It's going to have an outport where the live thing is going to come out. And then it's going to have a box with buttons so that I can control what's coming to life. So go ahead and fill out your idea and the parts that it's going to have, your invention's going to have. So go ahead and start that. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes. And it might not have a lot of parts. It might just be one big ball. It might just be one little pin. Up to you. When you're done, put your pencil down and just track the screen. Love how Malika's tracking the screen. It looks great. Jaden, question?
What if our invention has too much parts to fit in the box?
You can pick the most important parts, or if you really are attached to all of them, you can make your box bigger. And you can do parts in another box. Thank you for the thumbs up, Jaden. Trinity, question?
I'm kind of confused about the idea.
Mm-hmm. What's your idea?
Well, I'm still thinking. I don't really understand.
It's okay. So we're basically creating an invention. So what do you want to invent? What do you want to put out there in the world? What do you want to create? It can be a hat or some kind of clothing. It can be a toy. It can be an invention that makes things come to life. Any of those things. Does that help answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Anyone else have any questions? CJ, please stop messing with the settings. If it continues, I will contact home. Paul?
Can you do something imaginary?
Absolutely. It's your invention. You can stretch it as far as you want. Nasir, I'm looking for you. I see your hand raised. I'm coming to you. Okay, Nasir. Yes. Go ahead.
What if you have an invention that you want to plan, but it's too big to sketch, and you use the paper?
Well, that's why I said you want to organize your paper so that you have a box with a sketch and you have an idea and parts. That's why it's important to organize your paper. If it became too big and your invention is really complex, what you can do is you can try in another page to try and organize it that way. Nasir, we can't see your video, but I like how there's a video. I think it might be frozen, but that's okay. All right, Awesome. Now I see some people still writing. Star, you want to make sure that you're not using your writing utensils to create a sculpture, but you're using them to write your ideas. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting our sketch. I'll take questions after I show you how I'm going to start my sketch. Pencils down, tracking, so that we're all in this together and we're not starting our sketches yet. Tracking to see if people have their pencils down and they're ready to see how I'm going to start my sketch. Thanks, Ayana, for that scholar. Shout out. Good job. Thank you, CJ. Nice, Malika. Jaylene, welcome back. I know you keep coming in and out. All right, awesome. Mohammed, make sure you sit still. I don't want to see you away from your computer. Again, if it continues, I will call home. All right, awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our sketch, and you want to start with basic shapes. Then you can add details. So step one, basic shapes. And what do you think I'm going to draw first? The biggest shape or the smallest shape? Do you need to see a pencil down? What are we going to do? The biggest shape or the smallest shape first? Love how Jaden's raising his hand. What do you think we're going to draw first? I'm going to call on someone I haven't heard from in a while. Let's see. Malika, go ahead.
I think you're gonna start first with the big shapes.
Yeah, very good. Why do you think I would start first with the big shapes?
Because if you start with the small shapes, it'll be too complex, and after it'll be hard to, you won't probably figure out where to put the big shape.
Exactly. Excellent, Malika. So I'm going to start with the big shape first. Now, mine is going to be a box that all the transformations are going to happen inside. So I'm going to draw my box first, and I'm going to draw it in the center of the square that I drew before. Then I'm going to draw my medium-sized shapes, which are going to be my conveyor belts or my ports where my drawings are going to go in and the real life thing is going to come out. Now I can draw like an example of a drawing going in. So I'm going to draw a piece of paper with a little drawing on it of like a tree, and it's going inside my conveyor belts. Now coming out of the conveyor belt is that drawing. So now I know that my idea is coming to life when I get to show all of these small parts in my sketch. Once I've created those kind of like basic shapes and those basic ideas, then I can start to add those details. I kind of want my conveyor belts to have some zigzag lines. I want these to have big buttons and like a window maybe where you can see what's going on the inside. I kind of want to have like some really cool things on the top, stuff like that. So go ahead and start sketching your invention idea. I'm going to be scanning for questions during this time, and I'm going to be setting a timer. So let me go to the YouTubes and set a timer. I can't believe it's the YouTubes. That was very, very old school of me. All right. We're going to get about 3 minutes. All righty. Bye. There we go. So now you can see my YouTube open for the timer of how much time we have. All right, here we go. Scanning for questions and scanning for people sketching. Mohammed, question? Go ahead.
What if your sketch is really, really fast and you finish it super fast?
If you sketched really fast and you finished it super fast, who can help Mohammed with what he could do now? You can help him out. Trinity, go ahead.
I think that you could go back and add like more little details.
Absolutely, he can. Excellent. He can go back and add some more little details. Great. Any other questions? Ayana?
Is it okay if our design looks different from the other side because it's trying to showcase something different?
Absolutely. Your design is up to you. We'll go ahead and share out once everyone's done sketching. Eche, question?
When we're done, can we like sign in for the app?
For the brainstorming?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you want, when we're done with this class, or when you have a break today, you can join the brainstorm and maybe we can share the brainstorm at the end of class. Actually, that's a really good point, Eche. Thank you. All right, so 4th grade scholars, the link that I shared in this chat room, you can click on it and create a login, and it's free, and you can add to our brainstorm if you would like to add to our brainstorm. We'll share out that brainstorm next class. So if you didn't get a chance to share, all of our ideas will be up on that board and you can all see that. All right, awesome. Any other questions? Kate, go ahead.
Like for the link that you send us, is it like homework for us or something?
Yeah, so that's like extra credit homework for you. Good question. All right, you have about 20 seconds left to finish up your sketches for today. Love how Jaylene is sitting silently when she's done. I love how Dionysia is showing me her sketch, which is really, really great. And I see Star really working hard. All right, that's our timer. So what we're gonna do now is, if you would like to share your sketch, you're gonna hold it up to the camera so that we can see it. And don't put it too close, don't put it too far away. Try and get it in that just right space so that you can share with me what you did. All right, now I'm scanning for people's sketches. Ooh, I see a lot. Good job. I'm gonna call you on you and you can share with us. Michael, go ahead, share your invention.
So my invention was like shoes that could like kind of like help you jump higher. So basically my parts were like some foam soles to make it jump higher, and then put rubber to cover it, and then the foot to make the shape of the foot you put leather, and then you put like thread to cover on top of it, and then you make it thinner string for the laces, and then this is my sketch of it.
Great job, Michael. That sounds really cool. All right, anyone else want to share? All right, I see some really high hands looking good. Katie, go ahead, share with us.
So for mine, I decided to do this thing where in most things, since the coronavirus is out there, it's like a whole pouch that you could put in your pocket, and then right here there's some hand sanitizer, and all you gotta do is press that button and get hand sanitizer, and over here it's a light match, and then these 2 wooden sticks. So if you want to go on the elevator, all you need to take is those 2 wooden sticks and poke the elevator with it, and then you gotta go on the elevator.
I love it. So relevant. Coronavirus survival pack. Excellent. All right, anyone else want to share their invention or their idea? You should put your pencil down and participate and pay attention. Other people are doing the same. Same with you, Poto, as well. Dionysia, go ahead.
So what I did is my idea was to make your thoughts come to life.
Ooh, really cool.
So the most important thing is a person and to make their thoughts and think of a thought, and then use some, and maybe if you have like this soup bowl and put it on your head, and then maybe this
Sebastian, pencil down, paying attention.
A can, screwdrivers and stuff. So and then I drew here is that is girl here. She is she's thinking of the corona to be gone, and then when she turns on the news, and when she thinks of it, when she turns off the news, she noticed that it says the sickness is gone, and she says yes.
Really cool. Thanks for sharing. All right. Anyone else want to share what they did? Nasir, go ahead. Do you need to see a pencil down, please?
So what I did, I made a machine that turned humans into okay. I made a machine that turns humans into three specific monsters: werewolves, zombies, and vampires. So first, I had to build a thing. So, and then I made category to put the DNA in it on the machine. And then on the outside, I made the three type of monsters: a werewolf, zombie, and vampire. Put the moonlight over them. Turn that that you can only turn into monster in moonlight.
Excellent. That is so cool and super original. I have a couple of announcements for people that I've been scanning while people have been there. Zoe, please stay in your seat the entire time unless you raise your hand and ask me. Please say it within the chat. Sebastian, please make sure to keep your screen on so that I can see you participating. Game with Samuel. All right, those are my announcements. Anyone else want to share out their invention? Okay, go ahead.
My invention helps. Well, it doesn't help, but it reanimates dead people and makes them live again. And also, you can type into the computer right next to it what you want to create, and it'll create it for you.
Cool, so you kind of have a double feature situation. Remember, how is it going to reanimate? Is it like a thing that you wrap around the person? Is it going to be like kind of like, is it like a bowl on top of someone's head? Really think about what it's going to look like. CJ, sorry, go ahead. What do you want to add on?
You put their DNA inside it.
Ooh, great. I love it. All right, anyone else want to share? Someone I haven't heard from today in a while. Let's see. Scanning my room to see who would like to share and who I haven't heard from. Poto, go ahead.
So I wanted to make a machine that can make people be seen forever, and then so my parts were a input and output with a big box in between them that had 2 buttons. So this was my sketch, and this part right here is where they put the human in, and then they come up with this part, and then I press this button. When I press this button, it washes the human, and when I turn this button once or twice, it turns on or off the machine. Thank you.
Good job, Poto. Thank you. I like how your sketch has a lot of different size like objects in it. Good job. All right, I have time for like about two more people. Let's see. Again, I'm looking for people who haven't heard from yet today. Julie, there? Yes or no? No? Okay, Jessica, haven't heard from me. Go ahead.
So what I did was a chargeable wallet because that can be actually useful for everyone in this world. And so basically what I did was I just threw a wallet that you can decorate, and so then I just added like a little charger like a phone would have, and so then I had that little where you plug your phone. I had that right there, and then I plugged in the charger, and so then you had to wait a day to get $1 million.
That's really cool. I like that idea. Okay, awesome. One more person. Again, I'm scanning for someone I have not called on. Haven't heard from Ayana. Go ahead. Thank you, Star, for that amazing scholar. Go ahead, Ayana.
I made this invention that when you put a box for or something or any type of box, that when it comes out on the other side, it'll turn into the real object that you used in the box that you made with the boxes. So the box would be there, and then when it comes out, it would be bigger, and it would look like the real like object that you made.
That's so cool. I love that idea. Awesome. You're all doing such a good job, and I see a lot of really, really great sketches that I'm really excited about. All right. Let's see. I'm still scanning the room to see if people are here. Nasir, please make sure that I can see your face and the camera's not at a weird angle. These are just some basic expectations we're looking for. All right, we have 1 minute left of class. I see that a lot of people are really excited to share inventions. Again, Samuel said there might be some questions that they ask you and things like that. I'm going to look more into this brainstorming app and how it works and see if I can get that working and uploaded and ready for you guys in a more simpler way for next class. What you will need next class is you will need your ideas, so what we did today, and you will need, again, another blank piece of paper and a pencil to start drafting your patent drawing. So please make sure that you have those two things. Who can tell me the two things that they're going to have next class? Who can tell me? Jaden, what are you going to have?
We need to have our sketch from today, a blank piece of paper so we could draft it, and a pencil.
Excellent, Jaden. Thank you so much. All right. It's great to see all of you, and I'm so glad that you were here today. I'm going to hand it off to Miss Kildoff. So go ahead, Miss Kildoff.